to another weekly video for my training tours Val D'Aran by UTMB, the 160 kilometers and plus 10,000 meters in July the 3rd, on July the 3rd rather. And here we are today, soaking it up in the forest. Really enjoying being out on the trails in the forest, getting some fresh air. And this is actually one of the first times I've been running on the trails for a long time, or in full. Obviously I've done little shortcuts and stuff, but that was one thing that used to actually trigger the knee problem. I think it's, you know, lifting the foot up. It's like high turnover, where you're running fast, your gait cycle changes and your foot increase, it goes higher, and as a result, like as you can see, like if you're running on trails, that maybe picking it up and it kind of on the extension or flexion of the knee, that would trigger it. I made my own little 2-kilometer loop on some technical trails here in the forest. Obviously I haven't marked it out, but I know it, and it's a good place for me to go to do like some intervals for a kilometer, or just to get like a feel of how I'm feeling time wise, or just, you know, I can zone out and know exactly where I'm going and just do kind of loops there. But let's carry on with the run. Right, another solid run in the bank. That's 55 minutes, 8.52 kilometers and 6:30 pace. That'll also be in miles just there. And yeah, just really nice time. Actually around about roughly 139 beats per minute for the run. Today's objective was 6 to 8 kilometers easy, and that's, well, I achieved that, didn't I? But one thing I decided to do a little bit different, seeing as I had 2 solid weeks in the bank in my legs, and not yesterday, but today I decided I'll go on the trails, like actual real trails, you know, with lots of roots, lots of mud, and did about 3 or maybe just over 3 kilometers on them. Wow, it felt so good to be out there again, and no knee triggers or anything, so that's really excellent news. But one thing, oh my gosh, my calves have been super tight like for the past 3 runs, and even today on an easy run they felt like super tight. So today we're going to make sure we hit in the evening some calf foam rolling smashes. Maybe I might show you. It's basically just some deep tissue massage with your foam roller, and you need somebody to help you roll and massage the calf muscle onto the foam roller. That'll be really good. There you go, hopefully you can hear me, but there's a couple of reasons now I remember why I sort of kind of veered away from doing road cycling. And that's A, because that you got vehicles, motor vehicles that, you know, are pretty dangerous really, and you share the road with them. Luckily enough, here in Helsinki there's lots of like nice cycle paths and footpaths that I'm on at the moment. Other things is that, gosh, I forgot how long it takes to get ready to go cycling. You know, have you put this on? Have you put that on? Have you got enough food? Have you got your spare tire? Have you got your foot pump? Everything. Check. Long list, and then you're ready to go. And by that time, you're hungry, or you need to go to the toilet again. And because you've got bib shorts on, you got to kind of squat funnily or get undressed all again. Another reason is, oh my gosh, it's so cold here in Helsinki. It's like, I think like 0 or 2 degrees Celsius, and the wind chill is so bad on you. Like, it's not actually about the wind chill everywhere else, but my fingers, no matter what gloves I wear, my fingers always get so cold. Anyway, I'm not complaining. I chose to be here, and I'm happy to be here to be able to get some kind of cross training in, because today it's cross training day, and we're aiming to do 1 hour easy on the bike. We might do a few efforts. Let's see how the fingers feel. There we go, just to spice things up a little bit and pass the time and warm the body up, I did 3 times 5 minutes efforts with 2 minutes recovery on them. Speed bump, let's see how we handle that. Pretty good. And yeah, body's feeling warm. Body feels good as well, like muscular wise. And feeling good that I came out. There was no aim to do any intervals today, but just as I said, keeps you a little bit occupied on the bike ride. And I didn't go anywhere special, just on like lanes near me, tried to keep it as flat as possible. There we go, perfect bike ride. Let's stop all the screens. There we go, 26 kilometers in 1 hour. Exactly what I wanted, 1 hour's cross training, and I threw in those little efforts. As I said, struggling with a little bit of motivation at the beginning just because I know it's cold and it takes forever to get everything ready. But we got out here, we did it, we achieved it. One really important thing for me coming through rehab phase is that you really want to go and do lots of exercise, and you might start to feel a lot better, but you need to keep up those healthy practices of what I've been doing before. So doing the foam rolling, doing the stretching, doing the cross training, doing different types of training, you know, not just overloading all of a sudden doing 10 hours of running from 5. So being able to supplement that training with something else like 1 hour on the bike, absolutely perfect. So really great bike ride this morning, but this afternoon, evening, yes, we're going to do some physical therapy, so my own physical therapy routine at home. So you can watch along, see some of the exercises I'm doing currently, and any questions, as always, you can drop them down below. Sometimes you just got to be creative. You don't have the weights at home, so what I'm using, I weighed these Clif Bloks, 2 full boxes, 2.5 kilos. Yeah, really good to get the PT session done, and now we can just relax, and we've got tomorrow's running to look forward to. This morning I woke up and like I really didn't feel like going for a run. I think the body feels a little bit heavy, not so muscular wise, but I think just with all this COVID-19 stuff of being indoors and not moving around as much and not being as active, it just kind of adds on a onset of kind of fatigue in a way, or maybe my body seems to think that, hey, it's rest mode. But I thought what we'll do for today's session, we'll get up, we'll go out, and we'll see how we feel. And sure enough, 3 kilometers in, we're already feeling a little bit more warmed up. So I'm not doing a public health service announcement for Finland, but just for those of you interested how the current situation with coronavirus affects my training, how does it affect me? Well, the government have took some really drastic and, you know, good measures in stopping events and social gatherings over a certain amount of people. I think it's over 10, and promoted working from home, which I am doing. So the government have been really good on top of things before things spread way too quick and too far. But there's no restriction to go outside and go for a run by yourself. And if for whatever reason it means I can't do my training, do the things that I'm meant to do, then so be it. There's bigger things with me running a race or improving a PB. There's bigger things than that. So yeah, as you just saw, today's for some strides, but I'm going to do a little bit of a recap at the end because I want to explain one thing that's a little bit different from the ones that we did last week. Hard work. There you go. Well, I certainly do feel a lot better than when I did start. To be honest, I was a little bit sluggish throughout the whole run. Not in a bad way, just like a little bit tired and heavy. So, but got done what I wanted to do. So today it was like 8 by 20-second strides, 1 minute recovery. So it's a 2 increase from what I've usually been doing. And this is what I was going to say. So that when you're doing training, that you don't just increase every week. Sometimes it might be, you know, do 2 weeks of 6. For example, for my example, 6 20-second strides, and then just gradually increase, not like every week as well. And also maybe sometimes you might want to take a rest week. Just some suggestions there for you. But for me, yeah, 10.25 kilometers, an average pace of 5:07 per kilometer, and we got 138 beats per minute with those strides. I felt really good, really strong. And what's really important once you're doing strides is focus on good form. You know, it's not just about running as fast as you can. Running as fast as you can with bad form is only going to do you worse. Every Thursday is field test Thursday at Suunto. I work at Suunto, FYI, and we always go out testing the watches together as a group. But obviously we're in quarantine lockdown in a way, so we're all doing our own remote field test run testing. So I've come to my famous loop, which is about 1 kilometer away from my house, and we're just going to do some loops, run around it. And the whole point is, as you can see, I've got various different watches on, and what we'll do is we'll do some GNSS testing. Otherwise, what's on the cards for my training wise, it's just a nice easy 10-kilometer run. No pace, no strides, just enjoy, and some time out on the feet. That's equally as important for me. Just getting used to having time out on my feet. And my calves are still sore. That's a good thing though, because it shows that I'm working hard and maybe working with better alignment than I was previously. It's such a beautiful day, the sun's out in full force. But I just wanted to talk about the trainers I'm wearing. Today I'm wearing Ultra Escalantes. Actually, maybe it's better to talk about it at home quickly, then I can showcase what type of shoes I use and when I use and what for. So actually, let's continue this back at home in a moment. I think it was a bit too warm to wear this jacket today. So as I said, I'll just quickly go through all my running shoes that I'm using currently in my current rotation. So let's go over them quickly. First of all, we got the Hoka Rincons, great for doing easy miles and lots of miles. Then we've got the new Adidas Adizero Adios 5 as a tongue twister on its own. Then we've got the Ultra Escalante 1.5s. A nice easy day shoe, but I wouldn't have it as my main easy day shoe. These ones, as you can probably tell compared to all the others, I'm not actually running them at all. So it's the Hoka Carbon Rocket and Carbon Blade shoe, and super stiff. So moving on to trail running shoes. My favorite trail running shoes are here, the Speedgoat series. Like, it's not a shoe review, but this is my favorite trail running shoe. Then I've got the Torrent Salomon Sense 6 SLAB soft ground ones, the Hoka Oni Mafate Speed 2. But yeah, that's my trail running shoe mix. Yeah, so I wasn't lying when I said that I've had all the other Speedgoat range. Here's the 2s, here's the 3s. Another pair is actually lost in Spain, and we've got the Evos as well. today we've come out for a run, and yeah, it snowed a little bit this morning and it feels pretty cold, to be honest. Body's feeling just like a little bit tired in general. It's taken about 5 kilometers to warm up, not literally seeking because the fingers are still cold, but today's all about easy with some strides at the end, and just to get the legs continuing to work harder. Like, I don't do all of this running just sole purpose to improve my fitness and achieve goals that I've set for myself. It's also just because A, it's fun. It's just fun to be out running. It's nice, it's enjoyable, but also look at this, you know, we live in this wonderful world. It's such beautiful nature and tranquility and silence, and I just love that. I love being out in nature, and that's why I really love trail running over road running. You know, road running is fun in certain ways, but nothing beats being out in nature for me. Now, everybody is obviously entitled to their own opinion, entitled to their own views, and it's good that we don't all like the same thing, because if we all like the same thing, then I probably wouldn't like being in nature on these sort of paths, because they'd be like overcrowded and lots of people and whatnot. So, and a cake store here or whatever. I don't know, but yeah, it's just, I just love running, let's put it that way. There we go, really nice run, 11 kilometers with 6 by 20 second strides, 1 minute recovery, and yeah, the body felt good in the end. A little bit tired at the beginning, as I said, and it opened up or woken up, and now we got the whole day ahead of us. But yeah, the strides are really good there. I really feel like the strength coming through, so doing all these rehab and physio exercises and then translating them into my running, because there's no point me doing all these exercises if I don't practice kind of like using the strength, you know, strength in running rather than just running easy. So they're already paying off, and soon hopefully we'll get stuck into some actual more structured training rather than just easy runs and strides, because it gets a little bit boring. But there's a purpose for everything, and I need to stay calm, stay patient. There's no rush, there's no race, and you know, especially with the current situation. So it is really hard to be patient with your running, isn't it? Really hard to progressively do stuff. You just get excited and then you start to feel a lot better, like I have recently, feel a lot better, but then you want to go out and do 20k, or you want to go and do a hard effort, but reeling it in and playing it sensible sometimes can be really beneficial for you. And there we go, Sunday easy run done, round about 11.4 kilometers, average pace just below 5 minute kilometers, so 5 minute kilometers, so I think 4:57 or something, average heart rate of 132 beats per minute, and overall feeling really good. Another great week in the bag. I will say just today, like, there was no pain, no discomfort, no anything, but I don't know, it kind of feels like there's like a loose thread around near the knee, but actually it feels good. I haven't had a massage this week, obviously, because of all these kind of restrictions, or, you know, trying to be social distancing. But so gonna make sure tonight that I do some good foam rolling, some stretching after. It's a good week, as I said. No increase in miles or kilometers or anything like that. Pretty much the same time and everything. But the only thing we did is we bumped up, we added a few more strides in. And next week there's even few more strides. Same kind of kilometers. One thing I will say actually is maybe for the future of this kind of weekly thing, like I really enjoy making it, but I'm just thinking at the moment I've got plenty of time to be making it kind of daily, and you know, that's what I've been very much used to. So I'm considering going back to kind of, you know, making sure doing this, sharing all my training, but just doing it on a daily basis. Why not? It doesn't matter for me if the video is only 4 minutes long. Gives you some content to watch, kind of live almost, you know, fresh, rather than having to wait all week. I can also do like the weekly recap and go through my training and do it, like go through on Strava and show you and tell you how it felt overall and the feeling of everything. I think that's what I might do. But thank you very much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Hope everyone's staying safe out there and being nice and hygienic and thoughtful towards others, because that's what matters every day in life. And we'll see you in the next one.